The new area is. Oh, come on now, you dumb thing. There we go. And that's all the way down. Okay, cool. Press X to start. Yep, press X to out. So the new area or the new world that we get to go to after I complete this Penacony stuff is called Amphorus. It no, it's not. It's actually a planet that no Trailblazer has ever been to. So that kind of makes it a little bit more entertaining. Okay. So we need to go press this button here. Do the whole claiming of the assignment thing. Dispatch again. Fussy Binky. Alright, so yeah, I have to complete the new venture on the 8th dawn in order to get to this new zone, so. Would you like to teleport? Yes, please.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
This is ridiculous! How come I keep bumping
See, this is what I like. There's a mission right here, and I am not forced to start it unless I want to. Learn something, Genshin. Please. Good God. Alright, bye-bye, birdie. No dying. No dying. That's not what I asked. That's what I asked. Thank you. Need this, because I need to make sure. Oh yeah, okay, so everything is 14 for you. Everything's 15 for you. I still need to get your things, but I won't be able to get those until I go to Ampharos, whatever the heck that new planet is called. That's okay. And everything is 15 for you. So I did add her. Yep, I added her to the party. And I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be great when I'm able to like fully build up everything. But she's already, even with not being built up, she is definitely a problem for the enemies. Oh yeah. Okay, so
Shall we keep going then? Did you forget already? Miss Ting Yoon is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
I already picked up a few gifts earlier, so that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time, so we better not drag our feet.
Nice.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead. Browse all you like.
First we have Lady Fu Xuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
Brother Hanu launcher, clocky eye mask. Unicycler.
Can you picture her driving?
Yes.
It looks cool, but it's probably not a good idea.
Alright, fine, the Brother Hanu launcher then.
Lady Fu Xuan has such refined taste. The Xianzhou really has changed a lot in the time I've been asleep. Let's go with your suggestion. Next is General Jing Yuan.
General Jing Yuan. Would he like Penacony shares, Dreamjoy memoir film reel, or send him a division of elite fighters? A division of elite fighters, go!
Seriously?
March didn't like
Now
it.
that the Alliance has all of Hoyo to help them, sending any elite fighters more would just be overkill.
Alright, send him a film
Let's
reel.
go to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement.
Right. So Lady Bailu, what would she like? Soul Glad syrup, hamster ball night hair clip, Hellovian wings accessory. Soul Glad.
That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of Penacony. It would make for an ideal gift to bring home.
Oh, I chose the right
That's
one.
all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere. But Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself? That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
Okay, where do I gotta go? That way.
This is a good...
Miss Ting Yoon, what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? She was so shocked. She was frozen in place when she shouted.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall? That part is true. I'm always calculating when it comes to business, but never with people. So, what did she seem like to you? Oh, is that a compliment? I'm not sure if I'm deserving of that title. Was there anything particularly memorable?
Hey, no tattling!
Now the final question.
Was there anything particularly memorable about meeting Fantilia as me? Yeah, March 7th said you were extremely bossy. March's March's response, "Hey, no tattling."
In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
Right.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Ting Yoon. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Huh?
As a merchant, staying well informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well.
Oh, damn.
But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you.
Aw.
That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you. Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yoon, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm her.
Well, that's not nice.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yoon in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore. Alright, no more questions. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Okay, we gotta go this way now.
Welcome to the Dreamscape Sales Store. Dr. Edward at your service.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Just a friendly reminder, being too picky won't help you find the best dream. Just to dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfectly. The story unfolds in the Shenzhou Alliance. The young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, this junior Foxian sword who just turned 100 puts him in a tough spot.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Yep.
Since I'm returning to the Sanjo, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
I love customers like you. So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors. After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared. you for your business.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
Trailblazers from the Astral Express, welcome to the Dreamscape Sales Store. Long time no see, darling. You must be here to experience those dream bubbles. I've already made the necessary preparations. Be careful now. We do pass the safety inspection stipulated by law. 2 comparison out of a 0 Celsius. This dream store will feature unfiltered and unpolished fresh honey. It will make you a very vivid experience. Veteran or this type of dream then thrill. If you feel any discomfort, please leave the dreamscape immediately and seek professional help.
Thanks, One Eye. Yeah, the eyeball that gives you the dream bubbles. He's like, they call this the thrill dream. And then he goes on to, if you feel any discomfort, please leave the dreamscape immediately and seek medical attention. Touch the dream bubble.
Oh, yes. Mentioned something before she went.
The nature of this memory is special. Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending.
Oh, you're so kind.
In my estimation, there is no question about it. This is murder.
Murder. Such a foreign word to us. The people of Penacony could never come to any harm while under the watchful protection of the family. In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, at worst you'll still wake up in reality in a hotel.
Not necessarily.
Sampo!
Harm, the criminal intent is clear enough.
Yep.
You specifically
He finally made his real appearance here in frickin' Penacony.
right.
Yep, that's true. The criminal intent is clear enough. You specifically came here to cordon off the scene because of the unsavory nature of this case, right?
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, being smashed over the head with a hammer in the middle of the street for no reason at all. This is not the kind of thing that happens on Penacony.
Well, dang. Poor person, whoever that is. Got smashed over the head with a mallet.
You are guests of the Oak family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact. If we had a little more time, I could have even convinced her I would sheepay the harmony. Then on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Memory Keeper of the Garden of Recollection. I've been watching you for quite some time.
Well, hello, Sparkle.
You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial streets. In the pond water reflections of the ideal park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, let's play a little game. I left a puzzle for you near OT Mall. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing me. If you can solve it, then we can talk. Don't leave me waiting, my dear. Before Penacony gets flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed me up with someone else. But no harm, no foul. The address that the mask gave you is right here. But you never would have thought that when Miss Sparkle mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony. Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get my competitive side worked up too.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all. I never knew this was actually a declaration of warfare. They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So, maybe you can just, let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry. Since this has nothing to do with you, I won't be suspecting you of anything. Why don't you come take a stroll with me?
Oh, seems like I can't escape being an assistant detective. Fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
Okay. Ask the Bloodhound family member about the case. All right.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Who are those two little guys?
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order. Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari. Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari and suddenly assaulted him with a hammer. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet. All we have to go by are the weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID. They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
Where's Mr. Shamari right now? I'd like to meet him.
Thank you.
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams and went on to vacation in another dreamscape. Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
Okay.
Coldfield. Why'd you do it?
So they can talk after all. Miss Black Swan, they're heading straight for you.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intel. I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of the Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
Wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do with the actual case. Goldhammer? Is that her real surname?
Never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't sound like a real name either.
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the spot. Such a brutal act of violence. My investigations discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to escort supplies back to the territory the day before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang. They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle, to escape punishment.
So the 3 of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case closed?
No, there can only be one murderer. It's not an unsolved mystery if there are 3 murderers. Hang on. Wait.
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those 3 were all vying against each other to be number 2. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must have been one of them acting alone.
That actually doesn't make much sense. Even if they were on bad terms, those 3...
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit. I've got the case file right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me. Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the 3 suspects to you. Lefton, Zhongshan, and Bright. Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was brilliantly fighting off the Annihilation Gang. He's now learning how to write and hold a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be. Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road. He ended up smashing into the side of a cliff and getting his face disfigured. It's a real shame, as he used to be one of the rare handsome men left around town. Last of all comes Wright. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and embezzle the rest of the supplies after they narrowly escaped with their lives, lying about how the gang had taken off with everything. Lefton and Zhongshan were so incensed that they broke his legs.
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Is this some kind of joke?
What? Where did you get that idea from? Do you need me to go over it all again?
That won't be necessary. I've memorized every detail.
No wonder you're a memo keeper.
Look, an ID card. Talent Motivation Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that she definitely attacked someone.
Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot.
hammer is super heavy. This must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case.
Miss Sparkle also used it to attack Mr. Shamari.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target.
Okay. Let's see. Oh,
Is that all the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on? Oh, you scared me! When did you pop out?
The two pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari. Miss Sparkle didn't leave them lying around for no reason. They're clues to the puzzle. But there are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
No, no. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who'd never bring extra trouble to the family.
Seems quite nice of her, if you ask me.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation. Let's take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way.
do 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 do. Get to play as Hanu. Do do do.
What's this little device here for? Could you please let me know? It looks like a little...
He's that little wolf guy that you can only play as when you go into the TV.
Don't push it, Lady Blackstone. Whatever you do, don't push it. That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle installed. Once pushed, Miss Sparkle and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke. Miss Sparkle also has her own button. The second she pushes it, you and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
That sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
Correct. Exactly the same.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
okay. Why?
Because she is fair.
This is nuts!
Okay. Now we go this way. Do 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 do. Not that way. Do 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 do. Puzzle time! I like the puzzles in this game. That one goes there.
plush toy?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll, is it connected to the case?
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories? It's a fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
I see. But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and were worried about her carrying out a random useless clue.
I see. Thank you for your keen insight. Then, let's pretend we were misled by a red herring. This doll, could it be connected to the case?
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
Do 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 do. Bonk.
This notice seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
To prevent criminals from hurting our great and lovely Miss Sparkle, the Goldhammer residents shall abide by the following regulations from today onwards. All retainers and visitors must enter and exit the Goldhammer residence using the facial recognition system. Those who cannot pass through the facial recognition system will be killed on the spot. These regulations are in effect indefinitely.
That sounded like a story from ancient times. And why did the facial recognition system suddenly go out?
This is so her style, isn't it? Doesn't look like there are any more clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence. I've been staring at it all day, but there's nothing that can identify the perp. Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right? I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects, so elimination could be a valid method.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on. So, who exactly is the murderer? I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg. Oh, is that so? I feel like the evidence doesn't really match. How about you think it over again? Oh, is that so? Oh, is that so? Oh, is that so? so?
Ew, is that so?
Oh, is that so? So, who exactly... Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right?
Poor guy. He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages to keep his good looks safe. If that's the case, then he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer Residence's facial recognition system. That would suggest that Zhongshan is not the murderer.
So, who exactly is the murderer? Lefton, that guy lost his hand.
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand. Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone, that must be hard for him. Probably impossible. Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Wright could be the murderer. That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
The murderer is Wright.
Agreed! You have answered correctly! As expected, you didn't disappoint, Lady Black Swan. Game will stipulate I must tell you where the next puzzle is.
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss Sparkle's strange behavior. I'm afraid this chase may just go on forever.
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool? Do you plan on finding logic in the mind of a masked fool?
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories cannot lie, and hers may just understand more about her than she does herself. Right now, let's follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
I told you, it's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And as a Memo Keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
Become part of the family. Raise and laugh and enjoy.
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here too.
There's nobody else at the scene. Seems like Miss Sparkle used the same method to send dreamers back to reality. Let's talk to those two there, then.
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Sampo! You finally made it! We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Why are you talking like that? Is this some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking? Deputy Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way? Oh, of course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
Huh. The skit this time is a modernist one.
Let's discuss this difficult case then. The victim is a galactic business magnate named Sparkle.
Her again? Sparkle really is obsessed with scripting her own death.
Oh, for the laughter. If you undercut me one more time, I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt. Ahem. Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy herself a brand new tie. She didn't come back out. After a long time, the shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead discovered Miss Sparkle's body. She had been strangled to death. There were 3 suspects on the scene, namely a Papashi shopkeeper named Wright, a Foxian gambler named Zhang Shan, and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart. Miss Sparkle is so gracious. Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these 3, and they were not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk any more with you, it'll make my pure soul filthy! Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you'll be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer is. Let me introduce the identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward. First of all is the shopkeeper, Wright. He's one of the Papashi people and only stands as tall as Sparkle's waist, which is often a source of teasing for him. He can get pretty salty about it. Next up, you have the merchant Lefton. He wants to join up with the Penacony Trading Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle. That could be a motive for killing her. Finally, there is the gambler Zhang Shan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her. That's all the information we have. Do you need me to repeat it?
That won't be necessary. I remember it all. There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name? A code name. Oh, I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
This Jian Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted victim this time around. And there's the tie.
That skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tag on the tie reads, "Only for Imperial Master Lefton." Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
That's not how you use the word imperial. So, it's just like the first case then. Only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest hidden inside her memories again, right?
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
Oh, good lord.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a law-abiding citizen this Sparkle is. Why doesn't she surrender then?
Just this whole quest that I have to do. I have to find Sparkle's murderer.
Memories seem to be different again.
Oh yeah, no, she keeps writing herself into the murders. Like, somebody murdered me, solve the case. she's making Black Swan and Sampo do this. Oh, no, I'm still in Penacony because I'm still working on finishing the 8th day mission in order to get to the new planet. That's right, I can't go upstairs, so I have to find a way to get. Where's a teleporter thingy? There's one there. There's one there. Okay, so I need to get. Yeah, I know. Climbing stairs is not an option when you're playing as this guy. I need to go that way. Unshrink myself. So that way I can go up the stairs.
A little stool that seems quite normal. There are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon.
The footprints, which are half as big as standard, must
Frickin'
belong to a
Sampo.
fleshy person.
A stool that doesn't look very ominous. Except there are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon. Oh.
Perhaps it's just that this person's drawing skills are extraordinary.
Ah. Gotta love Sampo. So I tell people when I talk about this game sometimes I'm like I've really liked Sampo when he did the one thing that you really don't ever see in video games, and that was when he broke the 4th wall. Oh goody, I get to repair
This
a clock.
clock is...
Open it up and take a look.
Monkey, don't watch this part. It's evil. You need to go that way, which means I need to flip this one. There we go.
So there's a ring inside. This is evidence too. Why was it planted inside another device?
Because this ring was found inside the victim's mouth. We want to reconstruct the scene of the crime.
In the victim's mouth.
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. Zhongshan family heirloom.
Right? No. Well, that was my eyeballs. Thanks.
What's that smell? Why is there a smoked red herring there?
Another red herring.
Take a look. This is a wonderful smoked red herring.
Somebody save me from this cringe joke.
Even among the fools I know, Miss Sparkle's sense of humor stands out from the rest.
Have you dealt with many masked fools before?
No, only a handful. After all, I prefer warm memories baked in sunshine. They're the ones that usually belong to kind people.
That should be it. Let's head out.
I have to thank you, Mr. Assistant Detective, but the puzzle this time is pretty strange.
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway, let's report back to the sheriff for now.
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd be seeing Detective Black Swan so soon. Was that? You found out who the killer is?
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective Black Swan. As smart as the nest of magpies roosting in the roof of my Uncle Frank's garage.
This guy is mixing up his birds here.
Then go ahead. Who is the killer, and what evidence do you have to prove the case? Good. Then let us appreciate your powers of deduction.
Here's the Pentaconix news. Once again, another movie has passed the 7-hour mark. And that concludes the news. I wish you all safe and sound dreams.
Have you solved the case?
Hooray!
Wright is a Pepetchi citizen, and Miss Sparkle can be very uncivilized. She'd often laugh at his height.
This stool is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. Miss Sparkle always teased poor Wright until he was unable to take it any longer. Eventually, murderous intent was born. Taking advantage of his position, he stole Lefton's tie and told Miss Sparkle, "Miss, please come with me to the changing room. I'd like to show you a matching tie." Miss Sparkle never thought Wright would retaliate against her, so she went back with him to the changing room. As Wright stood atop the stool and helped Miss Sparkle try on the tie as usual, he then suddenly pulled it tight. And that's how he killed Miss Sparkle. What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the murderer would still be at large.
Is something wrong here? This is too easy. The first case wasn't hard, but this one...
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not mutually exclusive. Which means, this is probably another prank from Miss Sparkle. Mr. Assistant Detective, please feel free to point out a suspect as the murderer.
Ah, I see. Sheriff, the murderer is Lefton. The evidence is the tie, right?
Correct, Detective Sampo. I never thought you'd be able to deduce the truth.
That's messed
The
up.
murderer is right. The evidence is the stool, right?
Yes! For the laughter, how did I fail to realize this formidable intellect of yours?
Dad, right from the start, there was no murderer. The evidence is the ring. Whatever, I'm just spitballing here.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff, is he really a genius? How could such an unfathomable mystery be solved so easily by him?
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle where every single answer is correct.
Why take it so seriously? Miss Sparkle is a masked fool, not a masked genius. If it's a challenging puzzle you want, please go out there and turn right until you get to the Intelligentsia Guild. We're only responsible for providing an entertaining detective experience. Anyway, since our genius detective Black Swan has cracked the case, I will now share Miss Sparkle's next puzzle with you.
So that's it? This is just going to go on and on forever? We can't do that.
Then I wish you both the best. Oh yes, if you're not in a hurry, I can tell you the answers for some of the outcomes you never chose.
Just as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now? Just keep getting led around by her?
Truly, Miss Sparkle is a fascinating person. She seems chaotic inside, but easy enough to understand. Like a performer on the stage or a child hungering for attention. This game will be over soon. This time, we're going to catch her.
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sampo, you're finally here. I am the famed detective of Penacony, and next to me here is my assistant detective. A murder in a locked room has left us all stumped.
As expected, another change in setting.
Yesterday, my assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle, and we stayed the night. But this morning, Miss Sparkle didn't come out of her bedroom. The butler, Jean-Shan, said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss Sparkle had never slept in so late, and no matter how hard he knocked, there was no answer from inside. As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened, so I acted decisively and broke the door down to get inside. The room was covered in spattered blood. Miss Sparkle's body was lying right in the middle, her face white as snow. One look told me she'd been dead for some time. Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist canvas to staunch Miss Sparkle's blood, but alas, poor Miss Sparkle. She's left us now forever. Besides us and Zhongshan the butler, Left and the cook and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime. What would you like to do?
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is now carefully arranging the next crime scene, right? Why don't you skip all this rigmarole and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with me? It might tickle a little.
Wait up! Wait up!
Honest kid. I know where you are, Miss Sparkle.
No
cheating!
Mr. Assistant Detective. You seem to be getting anxious.
No, it's... This locked room murder case is pretty fun. I want to guess who it was.
Let's go. Can't keep a girl waiting, can we?
Hey, Miss Black Swan, wait up! Wait up! Miss Sparkle has one final message to announce. Ding-a-ling! Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama. The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it? Also,
You.
if you're interest in the
You
lost
suck.
phone case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste. Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Sparkle is. I'm guessing that she is portraying Sampo right now. Ah. Yup.
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
There's no weird, sweet dreams troupe, nor is there evidence strewn all over the place. We finally caught up with her. But what's that thing? A Bella Boggian trash can? In Penacony?
Hey, dear memo keeper and Mr. Coldfeet. You made it. I didn't expect you to skip the final puzzle. That's on me. All right. Miss Sparkle cares not for the faults of ants like me. Come then. This is the final question. Listen up. What creature has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night?
No murder case this time around?
Sometimes it's nice to take things easy. Come on, dear. Give me your answer then.
Seeing as you're right here in front of me like this, then I guess the answer is a trash can, right?
Womp womp. Wrong answer? That's funky, but a wild guess. The correct answer is Sparkle. When sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. She runs about all afternoon in a fluster, so is exhausted by evening, but has to still raise a hand to hold a toothbrush. Poor Sparkle. Something happens. She's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night.
What the heck was that jibber jabber?
What a cute answer.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me, seeing as you've just tried to cheat. Wrong answer. Accept your punishment.
Oh yeah? I knew we were gonna fight. Fight night! And can you not kick my fox girl? Rude ass.
Ill tidings manifest.
Conflict is pitiless. Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
That won't do. Nap time.
Kicking my fox girl, that's just rude!
What's up with this guy? He just came out swinging from nowhere. Huh? No voices? This guy's pretty quiet. Miss, let's hurry up. Flip open the lid and find the girl.
Wait. Don't move. Something's off.
Miss, you killed Sparkle. How is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony's dreamscape? In the Garden of Recollection. What did you do? You did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams. Only the Remembrance has the powers to do that. You planned it out all from the start because she teased you and was pranking you. You wanted to kill her. Oh, I understand. You refused to let me go because you wanted to drag me into all of this. If I don't agree, I'll end up just like she did.
There is no death inside Penacony's dreamscape. That's the promise of the family and the blessing of the harmony. Not even a memo keeper can break this barrier. There's no need to take such great pains. If you just want confirmation, I've already told you the answer, Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle? Who are you talking to?
You. Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. Wouldn't that be you, Mr. Sampo?
This? Don't jump to conclusions! If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence. Oh, I'm afraid evidence is a little too hard to come by. So, deduction will do.
The hint for the final question was a little too obvious.
Oh, you mean the locked room murder? I thought you weren't doing that one.
All the painstaking effort that Miss Sparkle put into it. How could I ever miss it? The key to solving the puzzle lay in two pieces of information put forward by the detectives. First, the large splatter of blood at the crime scene. Second, the victim had been dead for some time. Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two conclusions. One is that the murderer did not need to create a locked room case, because a locked room always needs a reason to exist. But, based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. There was no third party at the crime scene to frame, and the blood everywhere didn't look like a faked suicide. That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a locked room. There is also reason to speculate that if the crime scene was a locked room, then its creator might not necessarily be the murderer. As for my second conclusion, it's even more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood? A trained professional was somehow happily destroying a crime scene just to save someone who's obviously been dead a while. The answer is simple. It's because the assistant detective is the murderer. At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear the whole mystery. I tentatively speculated that the murderer had killed the victim the night before, but hadn't locked the door from the inside. And so, when he learned this piece of information, he realized that the victim had created their own locked room mystery. That's why he had to rush to the crime scene as soon as possible, to confirm whether or not the victim left any evidence implicating him. And, judging by his behavior, it probably had something to do with that canvas. Like some final words. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle isn't important. Miss Sparkle just wanted to pass on one hint to me. That the murderer is the assistant detective. Which means it's you, Mr. Sampo. I've been using this term of address, but it was you who first came up with it.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective than a memo keeper?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. Follow ripples along the surface of the water. Use some abilities and tricks to keep diving deeper, and touch that secret deep inside people's hearts. Salvage it, and protect them carefully. The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
Exquisite reasoning.
Alrighty.
And very close to the truth. But I have another answer. Would you like to hear it?
Another answer?
The great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom using red paint to create the semblance of spattered blood everywhere. And that assistant detective who was first on the scene, who confirmed her death, was not the murderer, but rather an accomplice who assisted her in faking her own death.
What a pity. Such a pity. My dear, you were so close to the right answer. Unfortunately, the right answer is... Miss Sparkle's body. Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's body. Ding-a-ling! I won!
Does Miss Sparkle's body even count as a real character?
Why not? Miss Sparkle's body appeared in all 3 of those skits just then.
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo, then?
Beautiful lady, I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing. I just helped a friend send a letter. That's all.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
My dear, why so serious? Haven't you been having a great time? I have, at least. You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other, seeing as we're such kindred spirits, but also such lovers. Why don't you come and work with me? Ooh, we can dance ballet together.
Oh? Am I understanding this correctly? A masked fool inviting me to work together?
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
I don't really understand why you're so fixated on destroying family barriers. But, as I said before, a memo keeper can't help you. It's frankly above my pay grade. Also, I don't consider you a loner. Oh, I don't mean him, but rather behind you. The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces, right?
How did you know?
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you try to catch 2 fish with 1 cast, you might not be satisfied with your catch.
So, you mean you're refusing? Memo Keeper, did you think you could just leave?
Why not?
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today. If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, if you can find me. Let's go, Sampo? Sampo. Who is Sampo?
This is Bellabog, right?
I said, why not? Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again. And also, I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights on someone else.
Special creatures has been. Did you notice its nested structure? The part of the clay inside the dreamscape is as real and captivating as being in a dream within a dream.
Meant to go here. Oh, okay. So we are still doing the main quest thing. Cool. Alright, so I have to go to... Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go, that's where I have to go. Okay.
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
Get away from me, billboard! No.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Cienjo arrived yet?
Long time no see, everyone.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times.
It is almost that time. Lunchtime.
I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary. Ting Yun, I'm here to take you home.
Alright, we'll talk to you later.
I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me? It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
Is that...
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories. And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse. Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me the But the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox. Not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game.
There we go.
It's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
Do 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 do.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables. So it shouldn't matter if we add another.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
Time to say goodbye to your sister.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
It's nice to meet you, miss. May I know your name?
My name is 1 Week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You all are the reason the Dreamscape has been able to recover from this crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
You know, that actually is very accurately true.
You're very philosophical, Miss 1 Week. You remind me of someone I know.
Where when you look up into the night sky, you are not seeing the actual stars of that day. You're seeing stars of the past. I'm like, this game is so philosophical. Philosophical. It makes too much sense.
Do you work nearby?
No, no. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice. You can see all of Penacony from here. Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy.
What makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
You're too kind. I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to witness many pasts and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to leave?
Yes. He left in such a hurry that I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on Penacony.
Ah,
Failure is
she knows
just
that
a
it's her
stepping stone
brother.
to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Ryan.
I thought you were leaving.
He's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people, but because of it, people have this misconception.
Oh, fine.
They think that when
Be
he
that way.
fails, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not. Because before he stands up again, he will hesitate and agonize for ages over whether that is the right course of action.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
You may be right, but I still hope that he'll never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be. He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed, but I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line, but now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path, even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar into the sky together, because I know we'll reunite one day, up there in the clouds.
I hope so.
Miss 1 Week, may I ask a favor? There's a jigsaw here I'd like to finish before I leave. If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
The dream.
Yeah.
jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best.
Uh-huh. That's what they all say. I must use this, screw them and their phasmophobia. Ah. Oh, it's totally your fault. Okay, this is true. You didn't buy the gift cards, but you spent the gift cards. Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. Now the truth comes out. But that also begs to ask another question. Did you have a choice on eShop cards or PlayStation cards? This is great. This is great. Yo, we're all on trial for things we don't need to be on trial for. And All I heard was you're gonna go kill some apples in some place in some random named area. So, oh, some assholes in Giant Knight Academy. Fuck you. Yep. Same with apples and assholes. Oh, that's too funny.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of it as us taking a walk together.
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
There's a puzzle. I gotta do it.
I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky.
Let me do the puzzle.
As for the other piece, I hope it will symbolize wings.
It won't let me do the puzzle. Lame. Oh, that's why, because I have to go collect the puzzle pieces.
Seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Is this...
This is truth.
It seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape.
And this way.
The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken rings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's use this one. We have enough. Let's go back.
I like buttered Victored. Always. Do-do. Nope. So I'm gonna say that one will probably be like right there. Things happened. Kaboom! Haha! Yup. This is their like final moment remembrance thing together, apparently. And he wasn't trying to kill people.
It's done. Have a seat.
Yep. Oh, that's cool.
Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here,
Yeah, so the IPC saved him after we beat the crap out of him, and they took away his power, but they're allowing him to say farewells because he does have to leave Penacony.
You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end. Maybe I'm stronger than you think.
Well, he left without saying goodbye again.
You
But
must
I
have
knew
tried
she knew that it was
on
him.
your long journey. Brother.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
it's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. But why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't?
Aw.
I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes, we only have one last stop. But
Ooh.
I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang.
It's almost time to go to the new planet.
I'm curious. Why did you become a nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action?
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me.
Oh, that's cool.
This is my way of the Trailblaze and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past, the same way you're doing right here, right now. There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
Okay. Panaconii Grand Theater, level 66. So apparently I have to fight. I have to fight! Actually, you know what? Oh, should I? You know what? Yeah. Let's mix this up. Add.
May our journey be free of troubles and lead us starward.
Oh, dang it. I meant to add his sister in there just for
I
the
heard
giggles,
about your
but
appearance, but
oh well.
trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry, I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. In order to flap my own wings and soar again. I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday.
No, he's fighting himself. Interesting.
I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony, it's been missing since the moment we reunited.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. That doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family. Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order, and for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun also divided my fragile self into two.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity, failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. Who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated.
Do 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 do.
Now, shall we begin? Anticipating this possibility, you've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you.
What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler?
Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die
It's
for.
funny that they brought up the fact that in his boss fight, that's what he gets hit by is the Express.
See? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
Fight night!
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a... And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter. It's not the gods who answer us, but our
Fight night on bikes!
I don't have much to say. But as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time. Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad.
Ooh. Cutscene!
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
One must first step back onto the stage.
Oh, this thing again. God dang it.
The trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
Yeah. Oh, I can't do auto battle. Well, damn. That's okay. No.
No time to lose. Here. There's thunder! Noisy.
Naughty children, don't listen.
Okay, you just do that, so let's just hit you. Ouch.
Dance at the ready.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. Give everybody a shield. I'm gonna do this for you.
Follow my charge.
Do this for you.
Echoes of the past need not fade away. Follow to the stars.
Nap time.
Well, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward.
I will overcome the thorns. Redemption.
Oh, that one.
Mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Here. This thunder!
Fracture. Not a scratch.
Oh, you put him to sleep. That's
Time for the
rude.
master stroke. Radiant spirit. Heed my word.
Show no mercy! Conflict is pitiless.
Time for a shot.
Okay, I don't need her thing just yet, so we'll just do that.
It's of no consequence.
Not a scratch.
What you seek is what you shall receive.
Oh, that didn't. Wow. Okay.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward.
I'm gonna need you little peons to stop attacking somebody.
Here. This thunder!
Don't listen. You're in bad shape.
There's no time to lose.
Conflict is pitiless.
I'm on guard.
It's because all your singers are knocked out, bro.
Not a scratch.
Nap time.
I have heard the call, loud and clear. Torment now, bid you farewell.
Follow my charge.
Here. This thunder!
Time for the mad radiant spirit.
Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Dang, bro. 45,000 damage. Was that supposed to be terrifying or something, sir? Oh.
Savor the vigor.
I will overcome the thorns. Redemption! Mortals, I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Conflict is pitiless.
Good, thank you. That's what I was waiting for. Yeah. We're gonna need that now.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thousand thanks.
Yep, we're good.
Clear
Oh,
before me.
There's no time to lose. Here.
I keep. Damn it. That's okay.
Time for the master stroke. Radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
What happened to your shield, bro?
You're in bad shape. Lance at the ready.
Oh yeah, he got his butt stomped. Oh, 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 dirty.
I have heard the call, loud and clear. Tormented doubt, bid you farewell. This mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
So much damage, good lord.
Conflict is pitiless. Is that it?
Is that it?
Savor the vigor.
Oh, there's your shield again. Okay. Nope, don't need that yet. Everybody is pretty much buffalated, so I'll smack you with that. Just to take your shield down a little bit.
Here. It's thunder! Time for radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Good freaking lord, so much damage. So beautiful.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
That'll take more than medicine. You're in
Yeah,
bad
what are you talking about? A bunch of people.
Serenity stands clear before me.
I'm on guard.
49% to 33%. That is beautiful. I remember when I had so much issues with this guy. Oh, your stupid shield again.
Conflict is
Oh yes, please keep attacking. Thank you.
Bid you farewell.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder!
Time for a shot.
It is so beautiful. Oh, here we go. Oh, you put her to... You rude ass.
I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
I'm okay.
Put my defender to sleep so now nobody gets shields. Ah ha! You attacking woke her up. That's on you.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Follow my charge. Conflict is lordly. Noise. Time for the radiant spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy.
Battle over. Goodbye. Cutscene!
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
Well, how should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. One Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved. Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, If Shippei turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Well, thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the harmony and the preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
Oh, wow. Huh. That's interesting.
You've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need more than asceticism is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
So this is why I brought him here. Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
It is so sad that Himiko's voice actor took a vacation. She has not talked this whole entire time. Right?
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
You're a worthy adversary. Which is true. He was. I had to go and like reorganize my team and power up before I could beat him. Finally, I'm no longer the newbie. Oh, that's great.
Well, he's just traveling with us, not an actual member of the Express crew yet. Your newbie status is untouchable.
Damn it, March!
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell. Until then,
Your newbie status
rest
is
assured that I will do my
untouchable.
best to fulfill
Damn it!
my duty as your companion.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump. Try?
No, we're still not quite there.
Is this where you're about to transform into the Herda?
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So, you must also understand.
Oh, good lord.
Genius. The importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers.
She woke up the Herda army.
So-called magic has its own set of principles.
Uh-oh, what is she doing?
Mysteries in this universe that cannot.
Oh, I think she is becoming the Herda. Uh-oh. Oh! Yep.
I ask you this. What is divinity?
Oh, wow. She just destroyed all of her clones, all of her doll clones. Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Alright, well, awesome. Oh, okay, here we go, here we go. Here we go. So, Pom Pom has a new outfit. Yup. And that's for doing here. I'll show. I'm gonna go show this. Go show this hard work. So go to the party car. Well, hello Black Swan, hanging out in the party car. Oh, and he's in the party cart. So this is Pom Pom's outfit changing station. There's only 2 of them right now. Regular Pom Pom. Chef Pom Pom. But if we go this way. Dark Pom Pom. Alright. This is my room. That is very true. It comes installed with a bath. The computer. Yeah, okay. I'll come back and do that later. Your second wish. Lord Trashcan. Oh no, I am Lord Trashcan, but I mean, there's a statue of Lord Trashcan right there. And then, oh no, nothing dethrones me. The trophy room, and then unfortunately, like I said, they have the clocky. I wonder if like the weapons rack changes if I change my ability. Ooh, actually, let's test that real quick. I want to switch. So if we go to destruction, yes, I know everything changes. I get it. I remember. Oh, it does change. That is cool. Now it's a baseball bat that is being displayed. The baseball bat that accompanies you through thick and thin, the best partner of the galactic baseballer. That is awesome. Oh, and if you look after Harmony, there's a question mark. There's a new question mark, which means that we're about to get a new ability. All right, what is this one? Oh, it's just the fedora. That's cool. This top hat has traversed the starry seas and crossed countless years. Now it lies dormant on the Express as peaceful as whatever you decided to let it rest for a while. Aw. As a traveler returning home. Oh, oh, how nice. But we're gonna go back to the back to that one. Back to preservation because it occasionally gets a bit hot to handle, but other than that, it has no flaws. All right, well, oh, that's cool. I could turn the lights off in here. That is awesome. The little things you find out. Okay. Let's go. Because we're trying to get to the new planet and then we'll explore it probably tomorrow when I get back on here.
Navigation meeting will be starting soon. Since everyone's here, Pom-Pom will start presenting our options. First up is the oceanic planet of Lushaka.
Yeah, that's where we wanted to go, Lushaka.
Next, we have Malustanin, the agate world.
Given the Express's fuel situation, it's worth us thinking through our options carefully.
And finally, the most adventurous option, the eternal land, Amphorius. recorded in the data bank, and a world even Akivilia's never set foot on. But if this trailblazing expedition works out, it could solve our fuel problem.
Don't really have a choice in a time like this, do we? No one wants to go to Edo Star. No one wants to go to a Washtopia. I want to go to a Washtopia. I want to go swimming.
Amphorius does have something to offer, unlike the other options. Plus, it's a completely unknown world. What better place to trailblaze?
I feel the same.
Whoa.
We know nothing about Amphorius. We know the other two worlds aren't exactly safe.
Wow.
Anyway,
That's...
if it's a risk we're taking, we might as well throw in some adventure for good measure.
Unfortunately, because we're being forced to. But I do like the fact that they did. I'm pretty sure that most people voted for a world that has never been explored. So
Great! I'm looking forward to the conductor's jump announcement. I'll be in my room freeing up some memory on my camera. I'm going to have to snap tons of pretty pictures this time.
ready to set off. Chat with your companions is optional. Okay.
Absolutely. But this time.
Exactly. It's not optional, but you know. Hi, Miss Person that forgot how to talk this whole entire time. You became like the ghost in Destiny 1. You forgot what your voice box was. No, the ghost. In Destiny 1, the ghost Dinklebot forgot how to talk for like 2 expansions. And then your guardian ended up forgetting how to talk as well for like almost an entire game. Until the assassin dude died. Then she spoke again. She or he, whoever you played as, spoke again.
Ah, you're here. I hear the Nameless are going to Amphorius.
Pretty much.
Memo Keepers traverse the worlds only to collect precious memories. It's my duty to salvage unknown memories. And the Amphorius that has been revealed by the garden's mirror is like a treasure inside a display case. I need a sharp nail to break through that glass. And that's where you come in. Only through trailblazing can we reach the heart of Amphorius. Cut through the thick mist and bring the world's memories back to light. I trust you won't disappoint me.
Of course. I don't disappoint. What are you talking about?
You can tell me anything that's bothering you.
Looks like you've decided on your next stop. I see. Those who embark on a long journey simply need to set off.
Alright, is that everybody? No, that's right. Well, or no, we already did Wilt, so that'd be Donhong in March.
favorite part of a journey? From start to finish.
The start of a journey when we dive into the unknown. The middle of the journey when some gains are made. The end of the journey when we want to commemorate the adventure.
Then let's go snap some photos as soon as we arrive in Amphorius. Anyway, enough chit-chat. I better pack some extra batteries in case we end up somewhere without power.
Alright, cool. So talk to everybody now. Apparently I have to go pack my stuff. Run! Yeah, that's totally me. Alrighty. Ew, I get to take a seat in the party car? Well, begin work, jump. Here we go.
Passengers, the express is about to make the jump. Please be seated and hold on.
There's nothing there. Confusing. The answer lies hidden in the starry sky. Here it is, the isolated world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror. The eternal land, Amphorius.
That's interesting.
As you can see, Amphorius is surrounded by a mass of chaotic matter that conceals it
Yeah,
from the outside
the
world.
planet is in the shape of the infinity symbol.
Conventional interstellar travel can't detect its presence, let alone pass by or land on the planet. Yet the garden caught a glimpse of this place, and along with it, discovered ever-shifting traces. I would even go as far as to say, eons themselves.
For a world to have nurtured such marvels, yet still remain unheard of throughout the cosmos? Now that is hard to fathom.
I can reveal the second. In fact, you've all seen it just now. It's the remembrance.
I see. Then it makes sense that a messenger of the garden would be capable of unveiling Amphorius for us. What about the final path?
Unfortunately, fate is keeping the third path a mystery. I don't know what it is either. Hidden beneath the brilliance of erudition and remembrance, yet possessing enough power to rival the other two paths. It could be the equilibrium, the enigmata, or perhaps the permanence. I have no clue at all. This white ribbon of light encircling Amphorius might very well be a product of the three interwoven paths. Only when path striders of the Trailblaze enter the center of the vortex will its true nature be revealed.
missing someone.
Alright, let's go find March. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong. I just feel really weak after the warp.
Oh, then she isn't joining on this expedition. That's interesting.
Of course not. I've been through way more jumps than you ever have.
Gladly. I'm seeing March 7th hit by a sudden bout of weakness in her memories, as if something was weighing on her. The onset of it far too quick to be any kind of sickness.
Perhaps it's the effect of some external stimulus?
Oh, why is everyone here? I should have cleaned my room.
I invited Sunday to help with the diagnosis.
That's what she's worried about.
Rich in memoria. When it comes to mental healing,
She's worried about having a cleaned room because everybody's in there over her health.
You've all been to Penacony before. I presume you are aware of how some might find themselves in a synesthesia dreamscape after warping to Asdana. I'm guessing this is something similar. Miss March appears to be affected by a certain external stimulus. Perhaps a path, an eon, or even Amphorius itself.
I agree. That's likely the case.
why is she the only one affected?
There's no way to tell at this point. It could just be a matter of time before everyone feels unwell. Before we identify the cause, my suggestion is for Miss March to avoid venturing anywhere near Amphorius.
It's okay, Himeko. I'll be good on my own. Go ahead, guys. I'll catch up once I feel better. Here. Take my camera along. I was planning to take photos when we got there, but looks like you'll have to help me with that now.
No, how could I leave you by yourself? 3, 2, 1, jeez.
No, not when my hair's messy. Don't drain the camera's battery now. Yeah, you guys go on ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll be back to being my hyperactive and adorable self by the next time you see me. Now, don't forget about those photos, okay? I'll be checking the camera.
Do you think March 7th's past could be connected to Amphorius?
Yep. That's kind of what I'm getting from this.
So we're staying behind to take care of the grown-up stuff.
Someone should be taking care of March 7th, too. I can do that.
I'm fine with any arrangement you have for me.
Yes. Seeing how this is going to be a perilous expedition, Pom-Pom and the Navigator have come together to prepare a special trailblazing gift for you. Your very own car!
I get a car now? Oh, that's cool. I don't know, but Pom Pom just said that he made it that we get a car.
The car you're getting has its own thrusters, so just buckle up, and it'll take you into Amphorius and land you somewhere safe.
I like that. Woohoo! A powerful engine to send cars blasting off in space.
Oh, no you don't. Only in
Oh.
extenuating circumstances. Don't go thinking you can detach cars from the Express every which way, alright?
Oh, taking all the fun out of it, Pom Pom. I told him that. He go, oh no, you don't.
Get going whenever you're ready. Pom-Pom can't wait to hear about your exciting discoveries.
All right, we got to go land on Ampharos, and then we will probably call it.
Car ready for detachment. 3, 2, 1.
Ew. Nice. That's cool. Oh, hello. Ooh, this place looks interesting. Oh, damn. Oh, that was a mountain. Yep. Interesting. Oh. Well, let's go. Let's go check on you real quick. Time to come up with a name for the next reincarnation. That's messed up. Mouth to mouth resuscitation. Slap him in the face. We've made a smooth landing on Ampharos. It looks like there's a civilization down here. He is so lying. Farewell, my friends. Or I'm starving. Pom pom. The car's blown up. Pom pom. Drop some food down quick. That's great. We should leave. Are we back to being fugitives again? Who cares? We're only here to trailblaze. Oh, it's one of those. Hi, bye. I want to see the world, not just the freaking inside of a building. It is actually a nice building. It looks nice. Oh. So mysterious. Whoa. Okay. Um. So it went from a desolated rocky planet to that's actually okay. Interesting. Hello, Ghost. Yeah, whatever you say there, buddy. Something about your soul, and that's just weird. Isn't any match for my baseball bat. This is. Oh, here we go. I will always say, Mihoyo definitely knows how to do artwork very well. That's cool. I haven't seen the full scope of it yet, but I'm liking what I see so far. Okay. Yeah, those statues just moved. Hello? You you can't say it's trailblazing until you land a hit with your bat. Alright, time to fight. Oh, okay. Attacking enemies a certain number of times can destroy their war armor. When war armor is destroyed, deals damage to enemies, delays their action, and regenerates energy for the attacker. Attacking enemies with destroyed war armor will also additionally deal damage to them. War armor will be completely repaired at the end of the enemy's turn. Interesting.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
That won't do.
And you just do a single target. Nobody is weak to wind, so I'm just gonna hit this. Well, that's rude. Alright, look, man.
You're in bad shape.
You with that. Ooh, that was a good hit. Yeah.
Defend the weak.
Need everybody to get some defense going.
Here is thunder.
You're falling apart on your own.
Is that it?
Naughty children, don't listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal you.
Here comes the medicine.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Oh, you jerk. They have the stun ability. Gosh dang it.
Conflict is pitiless. Time for Radiant Spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
You're falling apart on your own. That won't do. I venture forth to hunt.
Who looks more... I'm going after the archer.
Forever triumphant!
I love her ultimate that she can frickin' destroy anybody's armor bar, even if they don't have her weakness.
Here is thunder.
This one then.
Ah, frickin' archer, dude. Oh, I didn't mean to use your ability. Gosh dang it.
A little something.
Didn't need that yet.
Think nothing of it.
Oh well.
1,000 thanks.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Time for a shot.
You don't have anybody on the field with a weakness, so just smack you.
Avant-garde. Fracture.
18,000 damage. Good lord. Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye to you.
Conflict is pitiless.
You're falling apart on your
Oh. They just keep coming. Cutscene! Ooh, who's this? Who are you?
You've got something interesting.
I bear no harm. I just want everyone to be safe.
Hey.
Roaming around a place like the Abyss with weapons in tow is a show of provocation. Those soldiers are minions of the Strife Titan. They're not known to stop until all invaders fall under their feet. If you continue brandishing your weapons, you won't only be putting yourselves in the crossfire. Their looming blades will come down on the heads of the innocent.
Oh, where the heck did all those people come from? Okay.
It's difficult to tell if you're friend or foe when you appear out of thin air. Even without your weapons, a great power still lurks within you. I could be putting myself in harm's way for all I know. I'd be unwise not to take precautions. So, care to share the reason for dropping in on us? Hmm? Visitors from above?
Ainon, look what you did again! Taking off only to get yourself into trouble? You even ruined his weapon! I've really gone and done it. This is no way to be treating strangers!
I was just trying to fix our problem in the safest way possible.
How is this safe? Hello, friendly strangers. Let's all simmer down and cool our jets. We're all humans here. No need for things to get so heated. Snowy's just worried you're baddies from above, but we know you two are nothing of the sort. Oh, right, you don't know us yet. We are Treby from Yanisopolis, and this is Snowy. Hurry up and apologize to them.
All right, if you say so, Treby. I apologize for my earlier behavior. I was overly wary because both of you landed in this tumultuous region. Put me on high alert. Not from above the sky, but beyond it.
Wow, that's something else altogether. You're lucky you met us, then.
She means you're lucky because we won't hurt you, but the same can't be said for others. Let's talk somewhere else. You've seen it firsthand. It isn't safe out here. As you saw, there are still many refugees who haven't been freed in the temple. We're here to rescue and escort them to the holy city, Akima. They're the reason I had to be absolutely sure you were not here with ill intent. And why I wanted you to put away your weapons. If something were to occur, they would have no way of protecting themselves. I'm Finam, from ID's Elysian. Sorry if I offended you just now.
I'm the galactic baseballer who's missing a baseball bat. Why do I feel like you and I are kind of alike? This is truth. But yeah, no.
Well, how about that? Perhaps it's fate. Friction really does spark friendships, huh? Here, you can have your weapon.
And here's your spear. Don't worry, this is entirely on Snowy. I'll make sure he fixes it for you.
It seems I'll have to treat Cartonis to a couple of drinks again.
Okay. Alright, well, that is the beginning of Ampharos. And we're gonna go ahead and call it here. That is a very dark, deep ravine place with feathers. Okay, interesting. Alright, well, until next time, everybody have a wonderful evening, and we will talk to you later.